When I died, the Lord showed me a traffic accident that had happened in our city. I saw a bus moving on the boulevard. As the bus was moving, I saw an angel of death. He was dressed in black, and he pushed the bus that was moving in the boulevard. As a result, this bus collided with another car and there was an accident. When I saw this accident, I said, Lord, I watched this accident in the past on the national television. The Lord said, my son, I brought you back in the past so that you can see what happened on that day of the accident. When this accident happened, I saw the souls of the dead refusing to accept that they were dead. They could not accept that it happened to them. They had the shape of their bodies that had received blunt force trauma in the accident. They had the shape of torn and mangled bodies because of the accident. Jesus said, these people did not give their lives to God. That is why they are complaining. You're going to tell the people of the world that there are only two universes after death, which is hell and the paradise of God. These are the destinations of the people. The Lord said, on the earth, the wicked and the saint live together, but after death, the wicked will be led to the abode of the dead and the saint will dwell in the paradise of God. There is no middle ground. When the souls of the dead were watching their bodies in this accident, I saw an infernal vehicle of hell with 12 unclean spirits inside. The demons inside this vehicle of hell were dressed in gray, and they had black crowns. I saw that they had pots of blood with them. Inside this vehicle, I could hear secular music of the earth playing. I heard the leader of these demons ordering them to collect human blood in their pots and to capture the souls of these people that were dead. These demons came from a world of Satan that function with human blood, and wherever human blood was spilled on the earth they come to collect it. When they collect human blood, people's lives get shortened. These demons often travel to different hospitals to collect blood, for the hospital is a place of blood supply. This vehicle was releasing a diabolic and cursed energy. When the infernal vehicle landed on the site of the accident, I saw these demons with their pots, collecting human blood that was spilled in this bus. The Lord previously said that there are 5 major kingdoms of Satan. The first is the kingdom ruled by the code 333, which is the dimension of maliciousness, jealousy, rancor, and evil-heartedness, hate. This is the kingdom of demon that control people to have a bad heart. They manipulate the dwellers of the earth into wickedness. Thus people don't like their friends to prosper. They reject their friends' promotion. They feel pain when other people have a breakthrough. They envy other people's positions. When you have a wicked heart, holding rancor and hate, failing to forgive, you will be stamped with the mark of Satan 333 on the forehead, to indicate that your soul belonged to the kingdom 333. Thus malicious people have the mark 333 on their forehead because they are influenced by demons of wickedness and evil-hearted of this kingdom. This kingdom is also the headquarter of the kingdom of witchcraft, for witches has maliciousness, wickedness and hard heart. Whatever goodness you may do to a witch, this will not change his heart disposition and condition. He won't see the goodness you have done to him because he is in covenant with the kingdom 333 of Satan, that is responsible for wickedness and hard heart. This kingdom is responsible for pride in people's heart. Proud people carried this mark. Unless they repent when they die, they will be captured and transported to hell by demons of the kingdom 333. When the Lord talked to me about the kingdom 888, he said this is the last and powerful kingdom of hell. This kingdom will precipitate the world into the abyss. I wanted to know the meaning of the code 888. The Lord said this code speak of nudity. This kingdom is working so that women walk the street half naked with indecent clothes. At this time of human history, it is this powerful kingdom of nudity that is ruling the world with power of seduction. People have inclination to dress with clothes that expose their body. Some women are walking the street with clothes that is glue on the body showing their shape, form and nudity. The world will accept this standard as normal. The Lord said this kingdom will cause voyeurism all over the world. Voyeurism is when people watch nudity of others. Today people are watching nudity on their phone, yet voyeurism attracts demon. Seeing nudity of people is accursed. Demon-possessed bodies of people that watch nudity, voyeurism stain your spirit, for the devil is working to precipitate the world to the pit. A man cannot walk the street with short and tank top. In recent past women did not put miniskirt. Today the body of women are exposed in the street. The enemy want to send spirit of mermaid in the body of women and men. These water spirit are spiritual wives and husband. The enemy is orchestrating indecency to expose the world to the anger of God, yet the body is sacred. It is the temple of God. The power of seduction is influencing the world in the end of time. The Lord then mentioned the kingdom of Satan identified by the code 555. He said this kingdom control world food and drink. This kingdom produced and controlled fashion, clothes and household appliance, for many of the food you eat in the world come from the world of Satan. These food of the world of Satan contain the mark of the devil 555, these food are sent to earth to destroy the believer's spiritual life. Most of the food people eat in the world is not food and drink. The Lord said, often companies signed pacts with demons so that their product can become global. In order to have enough supply of world food and drink for customers in the market, demon of this kingdom multiplied these food and drink and fashion clothes that they produced so that they can supply the world with enough product in supermarket. These food and drink stained consumers, especially the believer, in order to keep supplying the earth with world food. These demons of the kingdom of Satan go to the cemetery and collect the bodies of the dead, and they transform them into canned meat and processed meat that are sold in supermarket. These productions happened from September to February when people die in human sacrifice. Demon turn human parts to chicken. Entrepreneurs that sell food and fashion clothes sign covenants with demons of the 555 kingdom that deal with food, fashion clothes and household appliances and world drink. The Lord said many of the fashion brand people wear on the land come from this kingdom 555, such as Gucci, Chanel, Versace. These brands are designed by the enemy and are charged with satanic power, in order to put people under manipulation. These properties of Satan give demons legality, and they have the code 555 that are stamped on the forehead of those who are attached to fashion clothes. This 555 kingdom is producing household items, like the plate 555, they control the food, clothing and drink that we use on the earth. Then the Lord revealed the kingdom of Satan identified by the code 999. Note that this number of verse is 666. This is the kingdom that deals with inventions and technology such as Apple, Android, new media. It is a kingdom of demons that exercise domination in the world through technology. They give wisdom to scientists, they transmit scientific knowledge, they create artificial intelligence in the world. This is so that they will get the attention of humanity to this world instead of celestial world. Technology is a strategy of distraction to get humanity to sleep. The enemy intend to maintain the mind of men focused to the material world. Yet the Lord tells us to seek things from above, for we are pilgrim on a journey. The enemy brought skyscraper technology and motorway system and advanced technology to keep our attention in the material world. All these technology is their wisdom that they transfer to the wise and scientist. I remember when the Lord took me to the world of Satan, I saw plasma TV. The Lord said this technology of plasma TV was used in the world of Satan 3,000 years ago. It is because it is outdated that they sent it to the earth. Whatever technology humanity is using today was in trend in the world of Satan hundreds of years ago. This kingdom will propagate intelligence in the world. The Lord said, when these demons bring the scientist technology, they get human blood through blood sacrifice brought to them by the scientific elite. That is why you see them getting blood. These five kingdoms control all the sphere of human life. Under the domination of Satan they provide a humanity science and technology, world food, fashion. The technology of the devil control the world. You that are still attached to this world, are you not dominated by the devil by your attachment to science and technology? The other kingdom of Satan is the one ruled by the code 666, where they deal with the world system, the trend and the pleasure of this world. The second beast required all the people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave to receive the mark 666 on their right hand or on their forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he has the mark 666. The Lord talks about the kingdom of Satan identified with the code 777, which is the kingdom of domination and power. In order to win election and get power, most politicians summon demons of this kingdom. Even pastors that aspire to have big churches and control the crowds work with this kingdom. Those who are attached to their customs and tradition carry this mark of this kingdom. Demon of this kingdom 777 give power and authority to politician in the world. That is why the few rule the many. They have domination. King, politician and the elite travel to this kingdom in order to dominate. Many false pastors travel to this kingdom to get power and exercise domination and the power of government. A pastor of this kingdom 777, even if he is exposed in the public people, he won't leave the church, because of domination and power of padlock, and his faithful will defend him. When God warn his servant in the private, unless there is a change, the Lord will expose and humiliate him in the public. He will go down losing all, and they will come back to the Lord. The Lord will rebuild, after collecting blood of the victim in the bus. These demons got back in their vehicle and left the place of the accident at Hydro Station, and they travel up to the Raphael Stadium, where this vehicle of hell parked again. I saw these unclean spirits disembarking the vehicle of death. I heard their leaders instructing them to capture the souls of the victim of the accident of this accident. When these people were captured and chained by demons, I saw the prince of demon inspecting these chained souls and looking them in their faces one after the other. I saw that he was ordering his demons to unchain some of them and let them go, while some were embarked in the vehicle of death. I said, Lord, why did they leave some of the deads and only took some of them? The Lord said, these deads were released because their time in the world was not exhausted. I said, Lord, if that is the case, why did they die if they have not exhausted their time in the world? The Lord said, these are demons of hell. They come to round out dead souls to take them to the place of torment. It is true they took some souls and left behind other souls. Those who are left by these demons are people that had died before the time set by God. Those who died in the will of God as planned were taken to the abode of the dead. When people die before their time, they will wander the earth until they reach the time set by God from their death. This is why there are so many wandering spirits on the earth. They cannot go to the abode of the dead until they reach the number of years that God gave them. The Lord said, but there are 4 degrees of death. The first degree of death is the death according to the will of God. The second degree of death is the death according to the will of man, like Cain who killed his brother. The third degree of death is the death according to the will of oneself, like suicide. The fourth degree of death is the one according to the will of Satan through witchcraft. These souls will not immediately access the abode of the dead. People will go to the abode of the dead only when they die in my will and time set by me. That is why you have seen these souls wandering the land. They do not have a place. People dream them. Often they come physically. I don't recognize them as death. They are wandering spirit. When these demons rounded up souls that were dead in the will of God, the infernal vehicle of death drove away from Raphael Stadium back to the place of accident and began to rise. I heard the king of demon telling his subordinate, the blood we have gotten is little, go down to get more blood. I saw demons coming down and they went to where women drop their sanitary pad and collected it. They went where people were shaved in the barber